Good morning, good evening, and or good afternoon. It's your girl Kesi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back. I hope y'all didn't miss me too much, because I know y'all been following me on my other social media and keeping up with me that way, because y'all some real followers, right? Yeah, but I ain't gonna hold y'all to that because I haven't been keeping up with y'all either. So welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Kesi. If you've noticed, I've changed my name. Today makes 5 years of YouTube consistently. And I felt like it was time to change my name. When people search me up, they put in spaces and they can't find me. So I was just like, what's more digestible? My handle for everything else, KesiMac, KESI space Mac. Okay, don't just put Kesi, because you may see a Danish rapper pop up who's like really capitalized on my name. So if you type him in, that's all you'll get. But KesiMac will bring up this channel and probably even my old videos from my second channel. So KesiMac is our rebrand, and I hope you guys like the new intro. Every season when I come back, I kind of get re-inspired and I make another intro and new edits or whatever. But I'm back, and let's get to the point of today's video. So today's video is basically going to be a recap of my summer, and as you can see, it's going to be about how I'm doing the best I can. So the way I'm going to approach this video is going to be more of just me answering some frequently asked questions, basically touching on where I've been, how I've been, what's new, and what have I learned from my experience this summer. So let's get into it. So Kesi, where have you been? So if you want to get literal about it, I came from Georgia, went to Mississippi, went to Louisiana, went to Texas, went to Louisiana, went to Mississippi, passed through and stopped in Atlanta to stay overnight to go to North Carolina, which I started my job, and then I spent time in another part of North Carolina at the beach with my family for my parents' anniversary. And then after that, I traveled back to, of course, where I was staying, which I traveled back the next week to Louisiana for a family reunion, which I traveled back that same week back to North Carolina where I work. So yeah, June and partially the beginning of July was a episode of a lot of hectic traveling experiences, but it was also rewarding. It was all such a good time. It was all such a great time spending with my family. It was a lot of just family, friends, and alone time as well. So yeah, that's where I've been basically. If not that, I've been at work, or I've been in the home that I found in North Carolina. So to answer that question, that's where I've been. How have you been? I've been fine. I haven't been great. I haven't been horrible. I've been just fine. I've been struggling this summer with my mental health, my relationship, and my identity, which is definitely not resolved, but I'm compared to where I was, I am definitely in a better headspace right now this second. And I've definitely learned how to listen to myself and cater to myself in the way, in different ways that I need. And I'm listening to my needs. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm actually living for me, with no opinions or suggestions from my family, more specifically my parents, friends, social media. I feel like I'm truly at a point where I'm living how I want to live. Literally how I want to. Hold on. I mean, what? My clothes falling off, my buns falling out. What's going on? Yeah. So yeah, that's where I am with life. I feel like I'm living my life for me. And I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of where I am with that. And I'm still growing. I'm definitely not at a place where my troubles are completely gone and I've gotten life figured out. Making decisions as an adult is just really stressful. And it sucks. It sucks. The tough decisions suck. And that's what I've been struggling with. And I've been listening to myself. So, yeah. That's how I've been, pretty much. What's new? What's new? Number one of the things that are newest in my life is therapy. I started therapy, y'all. I started therapy. So specifically, I've been using BetterHelp.com. I was able to use a discount code from Kelly Stamps, and I utilized that, and I started therapy on BetterHelp.com. And this is not sponsored, but I definitely feel like as a young Black woman in healthcare who, you know, we come from a community where mental health isn't discussed or even addressed. And I feel like it's my responsibility to tell you that it's okay to care about your mental health. It's okay to address your problems that you have and what you're struggling with. And y'all, when I tell you I started June 15th-ish, it was like that day I was in Atlanta to come here. I started my first 8 a.m. session and I haven't gone back. So today is my first session. How do I feel? I feel okay. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Does that make sense? And I really appreciate BetterHelp for taking the time to create a quiz or just kind of like an analyzing system where it can give you this counselor that's curated to your preferences, your needs, and what you truly want in a counselor. Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Pronounce your name correctly.
Yes, my name is Kesi.
Kesi. Okay, I was saying something else.
Yeah, I'm sure I get that a lot. Truly grateful for an app like this. Like, you can find discounts through YouTubers, and if you want my link, I'll link it down below where you can get a week free. But if you have insurance, I definitely suggest you go ahead and sign up for a therapist through your insurance, because this one it does not take insurance. I decided to get BetterHelp because it was more flexible, you know. And when you get insurance involved, they try to tell you what you need and how long they feel like you should be in therapy, rather than it being based off of your own needs. And that's what I feel like BetterHelp does. Like, you stay in it as long as you need them, you know, you need them. So yeah, that's one thing in my life that it's very new, and I definitely am an advocate for therapy. So a few other things I'm just gonna graze over like it never happened. And if you want more detailed videos on them, comment down below. But a couple other new things. I finally got my first dose of the vaccine last week. Not gonna go in detail about how I feel about that. I'm getting my life back together as far as rededicating and rediscovering my identity in Christ. I've been studying the book of Job, and I actually read the entire book of 1 Corinthians last night. I need to do a deep dive of like 7 through 14 because I just kind of read and listened to the last couple chapters, but I've just been really trying to get my life back on track when it comes to my spiritual life and my relationship with God. I dropped out of school. I have been working. You see how I like grazed over that. When I tell you I'm grazing over these, if you want a detailed video about it, y'all need to comment in the comments and interact with me, because Yeah, in therapy, I'm working on my interpersonal relationships and how I perceive myself and social anxiety and all of that. I'm an ambivert. I don't claim being an introvert because I'm not. Like, I can do YouTube. I can socialize with people in public, but in certain situations when it comes to meeting new people, I struggle with that because just the interpersonal relationship part, like the perception of myself kind of stops me from interacting with people sometimes. So I'm working on that in therapy, and I literally stepped out on a limb and, not sponsored, downloaded Meetup, which is basically a Tinder for friends. And I went to an event with strangers, and I met some strangers, and it was so fun. So that's what I'm gonna start doing when I travel places. I'm gonna join these groups and go out with them. I'm supposed to be going Friday with them, but I work Friday and it starts at 7 and I get off at like 7:30ish, and it's a movie, so I'm not gonna make that one. So I'll see about making about 2 more before I leave. But I've been doing that, and that's been really cool for me. Like, it's really cool that I just stepped out on a limb and just decided to go meet random people, and it was so fun. It was so organic, and it was just so interesting seeing how, different people are, and meeting people in different professions. That's one thing I've needed, like friends outside of the medical field, and I am not truly enjoying this current travel assignment. Like, it's cool, but I'm not enjoying it, so I'm ready to go home. So yeah, like I said, if you want a detailed video about any of those topics, please talk to me in the comments, because I read my comments and I will give you a video based off of that. What have you learned? So a few things that I've learned. This summer specifically, I've learned how important therapy is to me, and how important it is to listen to my needs, my wants, and my own desires. And I've definitely grown in that sense since May to now, August 11th or 12th or 11th. No, it's the 12th. Whatever today is of August, I've learned, and I've definitely grown in that sense. And I feel really, really good about myself and my mental right now. I've also learned that willpower doesn't work. Read that book or listen to it on Audible. It's so true when it comes to my own life. Maybe willpower does work for you and some people out there, but it literally doesn't work, especially when you already lack motivation and you're a procrastinator. Willpower will not help you. Maybe just getting up and doing it and doing little steps one day at a time will help, but willpower, that ain't it. It ain't it for me, sis. So yeah, I've learned that. I've learned that I am only who I allow myself to be, and also who I trust God to make me. I just got to get up and do what I want to do. I got to get up and do what God tells me to do. And that's why I'm like getting back connected with God, because I just feel like I'm at a place where I haven't really been listening to what He wants me to do, because I haven't prayed or talked to Him or read His word or truly heard Him. So yeah, I have to be who He wants me to be, hear Him out, hear myself out, listen to my consciousness, because I know that's the Holy Spirit, and go from there. Y'all feel me? What else? Oh, I also learned, even though I've known partially this about myself, that I like being by myself, but I hate the feeling of being alone. I hate it. And of course, as a human, no one wants to be alone. So that's why I've really been exploring with my interpersonal relationships and stepping out on the limb and interacting with people in public and being more social, because I don't want to be alone. And I realize my entire life I've never really had a true community. Like, yes, there's my social media community and church community that I grew up in, but as a young adult who still haven't found a church home, in a place where I feel like I'm going to, raise a family and settle down, I haven't found that. So I feel like once I get to a place where I know where I want to live, I know I'm going to be there long term, and I'm really going to settle down, I am excited about that time of finding community and you know, being a part of a church and serving my community and feeding the homeless, and people knowing my ministry and knowing who I am as a person. Like, I'm so excited about that time in life, and I realized that I crave that. I crave community, and I crave not being alone. I love being by myself, but aloneness, that ain't it. And then lastly, on a lighter note, I found that I like turning up on Tuesdays. If you've been following me on social medias, more specifically Instagram, the last 2 Tuesdays I haven't been lit because I've been working or whatever, but 2 Tuesdays ago and the Tuesday before last, your girl been getting hype and lit on Tuesdays and her close friends. So if you want to be in my close friends, leave your Instagram below and you can join. I do post partially on my public, but because I got family members that follow me on close friends, I'm not trying to allow them to see me twerk online. So yeah, so I like getting lit on Tuesdays with a little bit of wine, with a little bit of mango White Claw, you know, and some Sprite. I don't really like the taste of seltzer, but you put some Sprite or some Coke in it, it tastes so much better. And yeah, the rest is history. But I do want to thank you guys so much for watching this video and catching up with me, and just caring about my life. I am okay. Even though I said I'm not doing great, I'm not doing bad, I'm doing fine. I'm okay, y'all. I'm just taking in this time. I just have been taking in this time trying to do something, you know, not in the light, and sharing every bit and piece of my life, and just kind of trying to take in something for myself for once. And this time it has been not the best experience, but I've actually grown this assignment, and I'm so proud of myself. So shout out to everybody out there that's found personal growth this summer. It's time for back to school. If you start in nursing school, get ready for the nursing content. I think I'm gonna do a back to school, first week of nursing school or first time in nursing school video soon, just so I can give you guys a little bit of comfort as you go into this new chapter of your life. I'm excited to give y'all more lifestyle type content and more updates on my life. And thank y'all so much for subscribing. Even though I've been away, I've noticed my numbers going up, and y'all, we're almost at 4K. So keep your family, your friends, your aunties, your uncles coming. And if they're going to nursing school, let them know where the content is, where the happy place is on YouTube, and where the most transparent girl is. She's sitting right here. So yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to talk to me in the comments and follow all my social media below. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.